this word and everything kind of falls off the cliff. So what would that word be? But, yes. And I love some of my New Thought musicians. I love these creative souls that go through my life. Our friend Terry Wilder actually wrote a song called I Want to Get Rid of My Butt. All right? Okay? I'll just give you I'll tell you about her little website in a minute. But the chorus goes, I want to get rid of my butt. It's bigger than it would appear. It hinders my forward movement if I keep bringing up the rear. All right? So we want to just look at the times we say but and the times we just disown and disempower ourselves. Terry went on, and she was in Kansas City for years, writing and singing, but her dream was to move to Santa Fe, number one, and then to travel and sing at various Unity churches. And Terry, you can find her at terrywilder.com, but she did move to Santa Fe, and I called her to ask her if I could talk about her song, and she said sure, and she was in Florida on tour. So see, she got rid of her butt, and she went on to not wait for the world to change, that to listen to what she wanted, to ask for what she wants, to not fall asleep, and live her life. And this is available for all of us. In fact, it's really your only job to just live your life. So we've been willing to change. We've been aware of what it is that hinders us and gets in our way. And then we need to get into imagination. You know, Unity was founded on imagination. Unity is founded on affirming and dusting off that dream and starting to live it, and starting to listen to those passions within you, that sense of that dream that wants to be lived. And you're the only one that can do it because nobody knows your dream for you. And if somebody in your life has told you you should do this or you should do that, my other friend Greg Tamlin's written a song that says we've been shoulding on ourselves too long. So there's no shoulds involved with this. It's the place of what is my passionate purpose? And it's going to shift, and it's going to grow, and it's going to change. But what is it about that dream, and how do we focus on it? I just went to Maui a couple weeks ago to do a wedding. Somebody has to do these things. And I called a friend of mine that is Mr. Sports, Action Sports, and every time I call him, he's like, guess what I've learned how to do now? And my problem with that is then he always wants to take me with him. So the three of us went, and so he's into this stand-up paddleboarding. He unfortunately had 3 paddle boards, so we all had to go. And so we're out on the ocean, and you take it out like a surfboard, and then you kneel down on it, and the only way to stand up is to look at the horizon. He says, if you look at your feet, you're gonna fall over. And of course, I fell over a number of times. But he said, if you look at the horizon, you can stand up. You know, if we look at our dream and stay connected to our dream and talk about it, we get to live this life. We get to stand up and do our thing. So whatever your dream is, whatever your imagination is about, to start talking about it. You know, I love Lisa's writing, Lisa Stewart. I just hear she's like looking down. She's like, you know, I'm an author. Oh, there she's writing in her little pad. But, you know, I'm an author, and this is what I do. And let me tell you about my new book, and let me tell you what I'm creating. And that we get to start talking about this thing and inviting people into our excitement. I have a good friend, a Unity minister that out in Lawrence, Kansas, and I was just talking to her the other day, and she just was hired, so she's moving from Kansas City to Lawrence. And she's telling me about they're going to sell their house and they're moving to Lawrence. And so we had lunch, and she said, you know, and these people are going to come buy the house, and we're going to close on November the 3rd, and I'm not quite sure where we're going to live because I've always owned a house, and I guess we're going to have to stay with some people in Lawrence. I'm not sure how this is going to work out. And I said, Shanna, that's so exciting. Gosh, you've already sold your house, that's great. And she goes, I said, who are these people? She said, oh, I haven't met the people yet. I don't know who they are, but I'm putting this out in the universe. I'm affirming this is the truth. I'm like, sure, I get it. You know, but she invited me into her. She said, I know there's going to be people that love this house, and we're getting it all ready for them. And they're out there, and they're thinking right now about, oh, where's my house in Waldo? I said, yeah, I get that. And I'm reminded all the time about we got to invite people into our imagination. We have to invite people into our dream. You know, I got so excited about my last talk. I was talking about this documentary that was made, May I Be Frank, about a fellow, Frank, that made a commitment to his transformation. And for those of you who didn't see it, I know many people wanted to see it. They are going to show the film out in Liberty at a place called Winbrick. So you can go online, mayibefrankmovie.com, if you want to go see that film. But the point was, I was so excited about that film because I love to watch people wake up. You know, this is my whole interest in ministry and unity. So I've decided I'm going to make a film in addition to this workbook. And it's so exciting to start talking about this documentary film I want to make with Unity folks waking up. And it's been so great to not have to let it be something outside of there, but something within me that I want to do. So what is that thing within you that you don't want to wait for the world to change or wait for somebody else to do it, but that you want to live it? You want it to be your story. Because the final part of wait, we've done willingness, awareness, imagination, is transformation. And friends, if we're willing not to wait, we will automatically transform. It's the byproduct of coming to spiritual community. It's the byproduct of staying committed to this journey, coming to classes, meditating with Janet, doing whatever it is that you're inspired to do, you will transform. I was so moved at the picnic last week talking to person after person that has the job they like or the job they don't like has left, or the partnership that they enjoy they're in, or the partnership that didn't work for them has gone on. Whatever it is, people are living their lives, and it's so inspirational. And the transformation has happened because they've been willing to stay on this path and not wait for the world to change. You know, Jesus told us we will be transformed what did he say? As you change your mind, your life will be transformed. You will be transformed by the renewal of your mind. Thank you, God. Okay, so there we go, all right? So transformation will happen. We all know about the caterpillar and the butterfly. It's the most wonderful story about transformation. And the idea is that as you transform, you won't recognize yourself. There's a story of two caterpillars going along on a leaf, and they're both munching along, and this butterfly flies by. And one caterpillar says to the other, "You're never going to get me up in one of those things." So we become this butterfly, but we don't know what it's going to look like. All we need to do is just stay on this path. Just stay on this path, and you will turn into this amazing you that you were born to be. So do y'all want to lose weight? Yes. All right, okay. So if you're willing to change, if you'll be willing also to be aware of what you learned up until this point and be willing to release the things that don't work for you, and if you are then willing to look into your dreams and exercise your imagination, and then let yourself transform. So if you're willing to lose weight, let's meditate. All right? God bless you.